What is up, fellow Reborn Knights? Welcome to episode number 4 of the Knights of the Round Table. Today I am joined by 3 special guests. Due to unfortunate events, our regular hosts were not able to make it. No one had family issues. Ninja had family issues, as well as we was going to have Trevo this week, but his grandmother ended up going to the hospital. It's been a lot of shenanigans here. But we are going to be putting on this podcast. I am joined today by 3 special guests. Like I said, it's Redneck Chick. Redneck, what do you do? Like, you're in RK, exactly what's your role in...
Well, Judd, I am a YouTube content creator, and I am a streamer on Twitch.
Okay. And I have 2 more guests. They're actually not in the RK organization, but they came in, filling in, and they are absolutely beasts. Zamba, I hope I said your name right.
Zombie.
Oh, there you go. What do you do, and kind of what's your gist in the whole social media thing, Twitch, YouTube, stuff like that?
I am a streamer. I haven't been as active. Pokemon Go has taken over my life, so when I get back to it, I will be streaming again on Twitch and hopefully be doing vlogs on YouTube.
Okay. We'll have his social media all linked in the description below. You guys make sure to check him out and let him know. Tell him thank you for filling in today. Our other special guest, Smitty. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
What do you do, man? And kind of, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was doing Twitch for quite a while. I was grinding out for like every day for about 6 months, but recently moved into a new apartment, and I don't have good enough internet to be able to do it anymore. It's devastating, I know. But here recently, I've been doing a little bit of vlogs on YouTube, trying to get more into that. And then I keep up with my Twitter and Instagram. My Instagram's all my photography. I do photography in the local area with just some local models and nature and stuff like that. And my career is I'm a truck driver. So.
Oh, okay. Sounds interesting, man.
Yeah.
So you drive like 18-wheelers and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, the full big setup, man.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Okay, well, we're gonna kick it off with our topic today, Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, we talked about it in, I think, 2 podcasts ago. It was an absolute hit. It was trending. It was the next big deal, and a lot of people enjoyed it, but recently, Pokemon Go has been going downhill, according to people, because banning of third-party applications and refunds of money. Apparently, like, they're refunding money on people who've bought, Pokeballs and stuff like that in order...
You get coins out of the shop.
Oh, is it Pokecoins?
Yeah, you can get coins, or you get coins to buy items. And so you can purchase... here, I'll pull it up. Between $1 and $100 worth of Pokecoins. And then with the coins, you can buy Pokeballs, incense, eggs, incubators, what have you.
Oh, okay. Makes sense, but I guess there's been server issues, and that's the reason why they're refunding money back to people. How has these servers been? Like, is this really something really necessary? Go ahead.
Over the past, I'd say, week or 2, they've been a lot better than they were. But you have to understand, when it first came out, every couple of days or every week, they were releasing to a new country. And as it would release to a country, everybody has to sign up, make an account. That's how they get on. And Pokemon's a huge thing, and you're releasing to an entire country, so their servers just couldn't handle it when everybody started logging in and making new accounts, and they'd crash for a couple hours.
Yeah, it's kind of like one.
It was frequent.
Yeah, it's kind of like when they launched GTA 5. I mean, the response was so huge for GTA 5 that servers couldn't handle it. I mean, that was almost a month that they took, to actually get the GTA 5 servers working right. So I think Pokemon Go actually did a really good job, personally, for only having problems for like the first 2 weeks, really, for the actual gameplay. Now, I don't know too much about the how they're like refunding the money and stuff like that with the Pokecoins, but I know the overall gameplay is actually extremely smooth right now. I haven't had it freeze or anything like that recently.
Okay. There's also been reports of like, what is it, pedophiles? I'll let Redneck tell you a little bit about it. Redneck, exactly what's happened with the pedophiles.
Well, there are conspiracy theories or just ideas or people's opinions that, when there are large groups of people that are designated in one area or group meetings or, presidential races where everyone's in one area, there's more likely a danger there. So people are getting worried about Pokemon Go and how everyone goes into one spot and they're all worried about terrorist attacks, pedophiles, sex offenders, etc. So I kind of believe it, yeah.
But I mean, you get that literally with anything. Anything
True.
that you have a large group of number of people. I guess like it being a game, they would think that more younger people would be there for pedophiles to be more. Because you're not gonna I'm sure a pedophile could go to a football game, right? And because there's
Right.
a ton of people there, and if they're there, they're there. But I guess older people would see it as well, this is a bunch of kids together. So
Yeah.
Well, I think the only issue here is that because Pokemon Go took off so well and completely took over news and everything trending and the topics and what's going on in the world, they're afraid that because everyone knows, even if you walk up to an 80-year-old person, they probably know what Pokemon Go is nowadays.
sure.
So
Right.
I think that's the big deal, is because everyone is so informed about it and how it just took off and launched this game and app. That's where the big concern comes in, with pedophiles and stuff.
For me, with the whole pedophile thing, I can see them being in a group, but honestly, I couldn't see anything happening more than, maybe some looking, you know what I mean? If there's 100 people there and a pedophile tries, God forbid, but to take a child or to touch or something like that, there's going to be 100 people beating him up. Now that I hadn't even thought about it yet, but the terrorist attack thing, I mean, that could be real. I mean, you think about, Santa Monica Pier out in Los Angeles and, downtown, New York City and stuff like that. I mean, there's thousands upon thousands of people, walking around and stuff like that. I'd be actually more worried about the terrorist attack thing than I would be the actual pedophile.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there personally, because the way I look at it, if we're worried about, pedophiles coming to the local Pokestops or, where the rare Charizard is or what have you, I mean, we should ban Justin Bieber concerts.
Right.
I mean, if we're worried about little kids gathering in one spot, I mean, you're gonna find negativity in anything. I mean, you have different generations, and I would probably say it's probably older generations. I mean, that's not a fact. I don't have anything to base that on, but just from personal experience, older generations just don't seem to get stuff like this, like Pokemon Go, or even, streaming or YouTube. They don't understand. They don't know you can make a living from this. You take a bigger YouTuber, say Nate Shot, and he tells this 80-year-old man asks him, what do you do for a living? And he goes, I make YouTube videos. This man's gonna look at him like he's stupid.
Right.
It's just older generations don't get it. And I think that's where the concern for the pedophiles and stuff like that really comes into play. I think it's just older generations. And I mean, there is the terrorist attack, that's a little bit different. I mean, I could definitely see something like that. But let's look more into the third-party applications, though. Apparently, there was these apps that would tell you where the rare Pokemons are. And yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was called Pokevision, and it was the main one. And what it would do is you could open it up, put in your zip code, your state, city, wherever you're at the time, and it would show you which Pokemon were spawned there and how long they'd be up. Be like, okay, well, this guy's literally right here for the next 15 minutes, and you could drive right over there and get him.
But there's been an uproar about it, though, them being banned. Is this something that... I guess what I'm asking is this a way of cheating? Because, as far as I know, Pokemon is not PvP. I mean, per se. I know you drop a Pokemon off at a gym, and it offends the gym, or somewhere along that line. I don't really play Pokemon Go. I'm not really that familiar with it, but, I mean, is it really cheating, or what is your reason? If you had to give a reason why they're banning these third-party applications, what would it be?
In my opinion, I would say it was cheating. I used it once successfully, and I was in Indianapolis, and it told me to go to some streets, and I had no idea where I was. But for me, Pokemon Go is, I can go outside, I can go walk around a park. Me and Smitty go downtown all the time. I took a trip a week ago and drove up to Indianapolis for the weekend, and literally just to catch Pokemon. And they have a huge canal that runs downtown, and there's hundreds of people out there doing it, and everybody's hanging out, and you meet a lot of people. I've met a ton of people, and it's fun, and it's an experience. And as great it is to catch, like, the better stuff and the things that you want, I like just whatever I find. Whatever I find while I'm going out, like, that's what I think it should be and what it is, but a lot of people, on the other hand, they want to completely fill their Pokedex. They want to have the best of the best and be able to get to them without any effort.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is the third-party applications kind of take away the experience.
Well,
right, because you could go point to point.
Yeah, the Pokevision was part of the problem, and I didn't have such an issue with Pokevision. I did feel it was, kind of a cheating thing to do. But, Zombie, can you remember the name of that one where you can go anywhere in the world? Do you remember the name of that site that
I don't know the site, but it was a GPS spoofer.
Yeah, you could make your phone go to where, like, right now I'm sitting in South Carolina, but my phone would act like it was up in New York City, and I could catch whatever was there. And I feel like that was the most serious problem because, I mean, people were going all across the world catching all these Pokemon that, there's certain ones that are only to certain areas. Like the Taurus can only be found in North America, and there's different parts of the world that only have the one thing. You can't find it in America. And people were going across the world with this spoofer to be able to get all of them. And I think that was such an issue, people being already like level 40s and having, every Pokemon available, that it was such an issue that all the other third-party apps kind of got swept up with it, that they took all of them down with it.
Okay. Renee, do you have anything to say?
I'm dumbfounded over here. I didn't know it was that big of a deal. Obviously, with any apps that you get, there's always third-party things affiliated with everything. We all know that. But as far as a cheat sheet, this is probably one of the biggest ones, where an application can completely define where you are without even being there in order to catch these Pokemon. That's pretty crazy to me. I feel like I had Pokemon Go myself. I played it. The actual experience of just going outside, walking around, and seeing what I can catch made me happy. But even that, after a while, it just got boring. Like many things do, after a while, they die down. But no, I wouldn't do that. Like, try to catch Pokemon in another state where I don't live. I think that's going a little bit too far. So yeah, I definitely agree about them, about Niantic putting, a stop to the third-party apps.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Just one last thing I was going to say, if you're wanting to just sit at your house and catch all the Pokemon, why don't you just go get a Game Boy? Pokemon's been out for years. That's the point of this game is to actually get outside and be with people. So to cheat like that is it's senseless to me.
I agree.
Well, I look at it a different way, I guess. I don't really see it being that big of an issue with the third-party applications. I do agree it takes away the experience. And believe it or not, I actually just beat Pokemon Fire Red 2 days ago. Again. So, but the way I look at it is, well, it is cheating. It is cheating. I'll give you that. It is cheating. There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, it wouldn't bother me. It bothers me when someone is cheating and it takes away my experience. For example, I play Call of Duty and, you go and play Black Ops 2 right now, you're going to find a lobby with some modder that's going to take away the experience of what you want. Now that is where I would draw the line. If you're taking away someone else's experience, and you're tarnishing it, and they can't play the game as it is meant to play, I would deem that like unnecessary. But I think the best way Pokemon Go could really step up their game here and really get rid of the third-party applications is like do a trading system. You know, maybe, I mean, obviously you can connect to the internet. I mean, you have to have mobile data on where you play this game. So, I mean, why not have it where you can trade for that Taurus? Maybe someone from Brazil can like post, hey, I'm trading a level 200 Taurus for a level 400 plus Squirtle or something. I mean, is this something you guys think could happen? It could make the game better and maybe get rid of the third-party applications a little bit better where people wouldn't want to use them as much?
Just for another point before I do that, if people with the third-party app, if you can get whatever you want, there is still battling in the game now for taking gyms. So if somebody with Pokevision went and got literally like a Charizard, Snorlax, whatever, and like just went in line and got the best ones that they could just straight from there, and then I'm just wandering aimlessly and I have mine, their gym's going to be stacked and I'm not going to be able to take it. Because like you actually have to fight them to take the gyms from them.
Okay, that makes sense. So forget everything I just said because I was wrong. I'll admit it. But what about the whole trading system? Do you guys think that
trading,
could
help? I like trading to the point where I can be like, okay, I can get what I need to get. But also, there's people that just go out there and that's all they do is catch everything. And so, once trading comes out, they can just literally, like, give out whatever they have. And I feel it's kind of whatever there. But, if they implemented, like, I've liked the idea for, like, battling and trading, you have to be within the same proximity as catching whatever. Because you have to be in a proximity when you're in areas for Pokemon to pop up. And I feel like the only way you should be able to battle or trade is if another trainer is in that proximity.
Okay, I see your point there, but what about getting Pokemon from other regions? You know, maybe Goldeen's only available in Brazil.
There's only 5, and they're all rare ones, and they're in like North America, Asia, wherever. Africa.
Australia's one.
Australia, yeah. So, like, it's only 5. I understand if you want to trade for those, but if you could trade anywhere, then you can literally just find somebody and just trade everything, and I feel like kind of take some from the game.
Okay, so
I'd like to trade so I can get some stuff.
Would it be better if they made all Pokemons available in all countries, but maybe make them a whole lot rarer? You know, maybe you have like a 1% chance of getting that Goldeen that's only available in Brazil. It's not only available in Brazil, it's just, I'm just giving an example. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Zombie.
I like how they have them right now, because it's 5 of them, and it's not super important ones, so it's not like you have to have it, but I understand, like, wanting it, but then, again, if you take a trip to Brazil, then you're going to have that one and your North American one, and I feel like it should be, like, a token or a badge, like, hey, I went there and I caught this.
Yes, I agree with that as well. That's like the North American one, the Taurus. To be honest with you, I have literally never battled with it. It's not even in my top 15.
No, I catch them often, actually.
Yeah, and I have a pretty high one. The only way I kind of like the idea I'm about to say, but I also am kind of against it too. I like how Zombie said that it's kind of like a token. You know, it's a badge of honor. Like, yo, I went to Asia and I got this one. But maybe an option would be for them to rotate every 3 months, like to do an update and bam, all of a sudden Taurus is in Asia and, what is the other one? Wretched is in, North America now. It was just an idea that, it might be cool to do like every 3 months. It definitely would keep people still playing. That's going to be the key to this game, is to continue to get people to still want to go out and not to be boring and stuff.
I completely agree with that idea. I think it's like completely fair use. Everyone, you can't complain now, especially if there's a rotation to it. I think that's a very, very good idea.
Yeah, definitely replayability. Like that's a very good idea, man. Because I mean, people's gonna, a game gets boring after a while. Like, every game does it. I mean, Call of Duty, in order to keep the replayability up, you have DLC packs that come out every 2.5, 3 months, you know. GTA, I mean, they do the same thing. They just had stunt races launched not too long ago so they can bring people back to the game. Now, if Pokemon Go did do that, I do think the playability of the game would skyrocket, because people will get bored of it. Because eventually everybody's gonna not really care about it too much. But if they did rotate, like you said, like, people would be out playing it and they'd be looking for that new Pokemon. And I think that's I mean, obviously I think they'll probably, I may be wrong on this, but it's just the original 150 right now. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's 150.
So, I mean,
got the last one.
they could definitely prolong the game right there just by rotating before they get into the next set of Pokemon. Because, honestly, I don't know what generation of Pokemon they're on now. The last time I kept up was the movie Pokemon 2000 came out. I think I was like 12 years old or something. So, I think it was Luigi or Lugia or something like that. Yeah, Lugia. That was it. It's like a silver flying Pokemon that could talk to people and stuff, like through their minds or something. It was pretty cool at the time. Okay, it was really cool. But
that was a good movie.
But I mean, they could also do that to keep the playability up. I mean, they could make this game last for 2 or 3 years, like easily, just by rotating before they even went into the next set of Pokemons.
They rotate Nest right now for like somewhat rare, pretty common Pokemon. They have what's called a nest, and it's basically a spawn point for them. And last week they rotated them, so something else spawned. So like downtown, there's other things rather than what was constantly there. Because especially during like the mid levels, as you're going up, it becomes a grind. And I've seen a lot of people playing it, and they're like, bored with it now. And it's, I think because you catch, a lot of times you're catching the same thing over and over every single day, but you have to use that for your XP to level up, and that's how you're going to catch bigger and better things. And I mean, with any game though, once you have that grind, there's a lot of people that don't want to grind.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else have anything to say about Pokemon Go? Any closing thoughts?
I don't think so.
I just hope it doesn't flail out too soon. I'm really enjoying doing it. I really enjoy being outside. I wasn't even into Pokemon before this game came out. When I was growing up, I was all into sports and stuff, and so I never really reached out to the whole Pokemon thing. But I've been enjoying it a lot here, and I just hope it doesn't die out soon.
And like Smitty said with his idea about the rotation of the rare. Now we're just talking about the rare Pokemon, not the nesting things like you had said, Zombie. But I hope they do that, and I think that would be more effective if a month or 2 months from now they just drop prices on Pokeballs or any of their like scents or the stuff that you can actually buy. I think I would really like to see that.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you actually get the item for free from Poke Centers. Am I correct?
No, but you get them from gyms, and you'll get 10 coins for every Pokemon you have defending a gym. And you can have up to 8 or something. But, so, like, me and Smitty today, we went, after I got off of work, and we went and took 3 gyms. And then I cashed out as soon as I had that, and I got 30 coins and Stardust for it. But I don't think the coins are, like, overpriced by any means. I feel like they're pretty fairly priced depending what you use them on. And you can get them for free, but it's difficult if you're not able to take a gym. But we usually get 30 or 40 a day for free. So
we'll be moving on to our next topic. Now, this one might be a little controversial to some people. I don't know. But female streamer, Twitch girls, there's been this fad. It's been happening, I don't know, maybe the last 2 years. Girls have decided to start streaming. Some girls are actually really good streamers. Don't hold nothing against them as a whole. Nothing against female streamers at all. But there's been certain females that they're not really gaming. They're more or less just showing cleavage. There was actually one streamer, I was looking it up. I don't remember the name, but she was actually giving her mic oral for donations. What's your thoughts on, the way Twitch streaming's working for females? I mean, everybody knows what I'm talking about here. I mean, it's nothing new, but kind of what are your guys' thoughts? Let's start it out with Redneck. She's a fellow female streamer. Maybe she can give some insight.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you, let me just start off by saying I love gaming, and I love to talk to people and hang out with people and interact with people. I am a girl, so that usually tends to have people come into my stream and ask me constantly, where's your face cam? Where's, what do you do for donations? What do you do for subs? I'm not partnered, but if I was, what do you do for followers? And I simply say, I just sit here and I play the game for you guys and I interact. Unfortunately, any girl streamer nowadays, right off the bat, I think it's a bad rep. I really do believe that, because that's not my views on streaming at all. I'm there to play the game that I'm currently playing. I'm there to talk to the people. I'm not there to sit out on face cam just because I look pretty or my boobs are showing or something. I'm not asking people for donations. And one thing that really bothers me is a lot of females have a wish list. Now, there's nothing wrong with a wish list, but they have engagement rings. They have Gucci dresses for sale. Why is that important? The important thing is you are on a streaming platform where people go to watch games, and if they are fond of women, which, let's just put it out there, obviously a lot of people go to women, streamers' channels, I feel like you should just play the game and not just sit there and look pretty and ditzy and do all these weird things just to make your money.
All right. Zomba, what's kind of your zombie? I keep messing your name up, man. I apologize.
Zombies good.
What's your thoughts, man?
Alright, so it's a lot about demographic. Who are they trying to get out to? Because, who are the main people that are watching Twitch? It's, younger teenage guy is literally the most part of it. And basically, it's a cheat sheet for the girl. We can use that term again. Because, they like attention. A lot of people like attention. And granted, there's plenty of female streamers that I know that are great at what they do, and whether they have a face cam or not. I follow both of them, and, they play the game, and they have their following from playing the game. And you'll constantly see those viewers come in that are not there for the game. So the girls that want that attention, they know how to get it. They have that cheat sheet right there, and they show what they do, flirt a little bit with them, and they blow up, and they get all the attention they want. And it's literally just the demographic of Twitch is younger teenage people. So.
Yeah. Smitty?
I just want to start out by saying that, Redneck, I've been a part of a few of your streams, and I gotta say that you do a great job with yours.
Thank you.
I've noticed that you do, the people that come to your stream, I've talked to a few of your regulars, and they're not there to flirt. They're not there, to try to see you or anything like that. They're there to watch you play, and I think that's awesome. There's like I said, I do photography in my area, and so I interact with a lot of models around here. And there's one girl, I won't say any names, but she's actually a webcam model for my free cams, and she actually gets on Twitch and streams, and it's it's not something you want your kids to be watching. And she's playing a game, she's playing the game, but it's not really playing the game. It's all about getting, those 14-year-old boys, in there to watch. And I will say that females that are serious about gaming, it is unfortunate for you girls, because there's so many out there, and there's this one girl, I don't remember her name. She had a real thick accent, and it was really hard for me to understand her, but she was playing Call of Duty, and I clicked on it because I thought it was somebody that I knew, and then it popped up, and it was this girl, and my first thought was like, oh, she's got 5,000 viewers, you know, it's because she has cleavage out. And then I watched for like 30 seconds, and in that 30 seconds, she was grinding for headshots with the Weevil. And in that 30 seconds, she got like 12 headshots with the Weevil. And I was like, oh, okay, this girl actually is amazing at Call of Duty. And, you know, I judged her from the start, and I felt bad about it. And so I kind of see it from, you know, both sides, that like some girls, you know, do the whole cleavage thing, just like clickbaiting on YouTube. You know, it's a sleazy thing, but it's a part of the game. You know, if you're there to grind, I mean, you can complain about it, but it's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, it's sleazy, but there's nothing you can do about it.
I agree completely with all statements spoken. But I mean, let's look at it from another point of view. Have we made it, like, let's take Redneck, for example. Have these female streamers, you know, the showgirls, I guess, the people showing the cleavage, you know, doing weird things with their mics for donations and stuff like that, have they really ruined the female streaming experience for people like Redneck and stuff? Because, I mean, you have people coming in, like, in Redneck stream, for example. This didn't really happen, but I'm just giving an example out. Like, someone's like, hey, I need a nude. Do you send nudes? Or, hey, is your butt big? Do you have a nice butt? You know, what do you guys think? Has that just completely ruined the experience for, you know, serious female gamers?
Well, for me, it hasn't ruined my streaming, I guess, career. But it does put... I mean, already, like, if I ask anyone what's their opinion on female streamers, obviously, like, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be, oh, they sit there with their boobs out and they do weird stuff for donations. But it doesn't affect me because, obviously, I know who I am. I love gaming. You know that. I try to play UMGs. I'm very serious about it. And I want to have fun. I'm not just here because I'm a girl and I have an advantage. It hasn't ruined it. It just, I guess, puts me back because it's like a bad name for girls, but it also puts me forward because I am a girl. So it's on both sides of the fence here.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I can see what she's saying. It definitely has just that bad taste to it with, like, a lot of people's views. Like I said before, I follow a lot of streamers, a lot of female streamers, and I watch a few of them a lot. And they're good. They like what they do, and I feel like if they're enjoying it, that's all that matters, really. Because that's the point in streaming. That's the point why I stream. I enjoy doing it. And I don't know. It has that bad look to it to a lot of people, though. And I don't know if you can bring that back, but, I mean, that's just someone's opinion. Because you can go ahead and you can take off tomorrow, Redneck, and be a huge streamer. And you can be better than literally all of them without showing anything. And so, like, the opportunity's still there. It's just who you ask, really.
The opportunity is, the opportunity is still there. It's just a different way of going about it. Because obviously, if you think of a big girl streamer, you think of all the other silly stuff that goes along with that. So I have to say though, I think it is a little harder for like me per se, someone that's actually interested in gaming and having fun and interacting with people, to be taken serious. You know, that's the biggest issue. When you think of girl streamers, you think of what everyone thinks of. And I've been over this before, the boobs and this and that. But it's as far as the only thing that has gotten ruined about it, for me, like you had asked earlier, Judd, is being taken seriously and like wanting to advance in gaming or even professional gaming or what have you. That's the one thing that has gotten ruined.
Well, I feel like the last thing you said about being taken serious, females in gaming in general have always been, you know, it's unfortunate, but they haven't been taken as serious. It's not the way I feel. It's just a fact of life. And I think the trend is, you know, like a year ago, the trend was, oh yeah, you know, this girl's, you know, showing her stuff on cam, and, you know, it was a big thing. It helped a lot of girls get popular and stuff. But the trend now seems to be more of, oh, she, you know, it's a chick, I'm not even going to watch her. It's, you know, I might click on it, but, you know, I gave that one girl 30 seconds, but most people might not even give them 30 seconds. And so hopefully in the next, you know, year or so, we can start trending more to, you know, where somebody sees, you know, how Redneck streams, where it's not about cam, it's not about anything, it's just interacting with people while playing, you know, video games. And hopefully her and, you know, girls like her will start being respected for that, because that's, you know, it's weird to use the word respect for, you know, gaming and stuff like that, but, you know, with Redneck and her streaming, I mean, I respect that she doesn't go on cam, and she intentionally doesn't go on cam. And I feel like that's something that hopefully as a general population will start respecting that more, and it'll actually start helping them out again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean,
you're welcome.
There are other ways to be successful as a female streamer. You take Optic Midnight, for example. Now, granted, she is an Optic, and that does help her out a lot, but I don't know if you guys actually watch her streams or whatever, she's very interactive, she's very good at the game, and she is truly there to play the game and interact with her fans. It's nothing really sexual going on, nothing like that, and no one goes to watch Optic Midnight to see cleavage, because you're not going to see it. You're not going to see her, you know, giving oral to her mic. You're not going to see her twerking for a $5 donation. You're not going to see that from Optic Midnight. I mean, granted, she is held to a bigger and better standard than all these other streamers, like, say, I don't know, Pink Sparkles and streamers like that, because Optic Hex, she's part of Optic, and he has a very strict guideline on, you know, personal, like, for example, there's another female streamer,
Jewel. Optic Jewel.
Yeah, Jewel was telling a sex story on her stream, and she was drunk, she was drinking under the age, and Optic Hex, CEO, owner of Optic, ended up kicking her out the very next day. Like, sorry, you no longer can be part of this organization. And I don't know if it was because she was putting a bad name on female streamers, or she was putting a bad name on Optic itself, but I think it was a little harsh, I would say, because the story wasn't that bad, but it was borderlining, you know, a very sexual stream, I guess you would say. That she wasn't twerking or anything like that. This was just a story. But I mean, these are standards. I mean, basically what I'm saying is you can be successful without showing your cleavage, without, you know, doing all this inappropriate thing, because you got to remember, they're doing this for 13-year-old boys at times. You don't know how old these people are that's watching you.
Right.
But that's really all I have to say about it. Well, you guys have anything else?
I believe I'm good.
I agree with you on Optic Midnight. I do watch her streams. I am familiar with her. And yes, besides having Optic as, you know, affiliated with Optic and as her name, she does exactly what I want any streamer to do. Now, we're not talking about sexes here. We're talking about just a person streaming games for people. She goes about it the right way. She plays the games, she has fun, and she interacts with her followers and viewers. I completely appreciate what she does, and I believe that's the right way to do it. She doesn't just get all dolled up or, like, you know, whatever, and put on all these antics just to get the viewers. I completely like Optic Midnight. I do.
Alright, with that being said, we'll move on to the next topic, our last and final topic. It's going to be a good one, I think. fousey2, he is a YouTuber that does pranks, and he's been exposed many times for being fake, doing his fake pranks and hiring actors, etc. and he has came out openly and said, yeah, these are fake. And he ended up coming back with all this drama going down. We don't need all this drama. And he came up with hashtag make YouTube positive again, or somewhere along that line, basically saying there's no need for drama, let's just all have fun. And then he ends up actually putting down Keemstar. He ended up putting down Keemstar and, you know, bringing drama over his way, as well as he staged a fake fight with another YouTuber, Rice Gum. You guys probably heard of Rice Gum before. And it was all fake. He ended up admitting that the fight was fake. And he did all this to call out YouTube drama channels. Scarce, Drama Alert. One more, I can't think of the other news channel. But they ended up picking up it was fake. And he just basically put it off as, you know, whatever, you know. So what's your thoughts on the situation? We're going to open it up with Smitty. What's your thoughts, man?
I feel like YouTube is an entertainment thing, and there's plenty of channels out there where people are just 100% real with you. Boogie2988, I absolutely love that guy. He is, everything he says is how he actually feels. If he's promoting an item and being paid for it, he straight up tells you. If he loves an item that no one's ever heard of, he's going to tell you about it, even though it's not the popular thing to do. Tells you stories about life and stuff like that. But there's plenty of channels out there that are fake like that, you know, fake pranks and stuff like that. And those channels, when I watch those videos, I'm not trying to get to know the person. I don't want to have an emotional connection with them like I do Boogie. So to me, faking prank videos is not a big deal. Now trying to get wrapped up in drama and stuff like that, I mean, let's be real. YouTube hasn't had a great community for years, and it's basically ever since people started really, really getting paid for it. I mean, big money for doing YouTube videos. There's been drama, and you take everybody from across the world, and they're all fighting for the same views and stuff like that. Of course, there's going to be drama, but to me, as a whole, the YouTube community hasn't been good for years. So I don't know what. You know, he's probably just trying to cover himself with that hashtag, but I personally don't have a problem with fake prank videos. I think they're there for entertainment, and, you know, stuff you see on TV is not, you know, real things, so why should you have a problem with them on YouTube?
Okay. Redneck?
Well, I don't know too much about FouseyTube, but I do know his prank videos, and I've seen his vlogs, and I have seen enough of him and his videos to kind of get a gist of who he is. Like Smitty said, I don't want to have a personal, like a attachment or emotion with this person, because he does do the prank videos and stuff like that. I think, now I'm on both sides of the fence again. I think he's smart enough to know what to put out there for his audience in order to make money. He is. That's not a lie. It's without a doubt. He knows he needs pranks, public pranks, drama, anything that pulls in an audience. That's what people want to see. You don't usually come across people uploading a good old Call of Duty commentary and it's skyrocketing on YouTube and trending. No, the things that are trending are the pranks and the drama, because people love that stuff. People get fueled by that stuff. And the whole thing about his little, I call it a social experiment, when he staged the fight with Rice Gum, and then Drama Alert and Red Scarce and all of them got on the topic and covered the story. I feel that the news channels, that's what they're there for. When something happens, they want to report the news. They want to get the story. I don't feel like they did anything wrong. They weren't really proving a point, I think. FouseyTube wanted to prove a point. The only point proven is that people are so susceptible to drama. And I know it sounds wrong, but drama and tragic things, they want to see that. Usually 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, people rather watch fights and drama on YouTube than they would commentaries or someone playing with a cat. I don't know. You know, something that's not really mean or angry. You know, something that's nice and just not boring, but, you know, just like a commentary. So, I don't think FouseyTube is in the wrong with anything, but I don't agree with him either. So I'm stuck in between because he knows how to get views. He knows how to make money. And he did it, especially with the stage fight with Rice Gum.
Alright, Zomba, you got anything, man?
Yeah, I don't like fake videos. That's just my personal preference. But if you're on YouTube to get views, that's the way to get views. That's what people like. People like shock. People like that wow factor. If you're faking videos and then getting called out for it and you got all that drama there, that's nothing but publicity for you. You're just getting more views. So, like, he's smart. He chose Rice Gum. Rice Gum's a huge YouTuber. That's a smart choice. Why don't you get the two biggest ones and get a news crew to cover it? It's views.
But
Smart man. So, I don't like fake videos, though. I don't like the idea of faking them. I like the more honest ones or whatever, but it's just my personal preference.
But here's the thing about it, okay? It's not the fact that, like, the uproar in the community about this isn't really the fact that he's getting views off of it. It's just that he's being very hypocritical. Because he comes out with, let's make YouTube positive again. Like, he doesn't want no more drama. And then the very next thing he does is goes and starts drama. First he starts drama with Drama Alert with Keemstar, you know. And just basically, you know, roasting him on Twitter, therefore causing drama right after. Like, this was literally like 3 tweets after he put hashtag make YouTube positive again. And then he goes and he makes more drama again with the fight with Rice Gum. Now, can you really be the guy saying make YouTube positive again and be the one starting drama? I mean, is this something that you can really do? Because, I mean, it seems very hypocritical to me. I mean, that's my point on it.
Yeah, and like Redneck and Zombie said, he's smart. You know, he's trying to get those views, and causing drama and even being hypocritical is causing him to make more money. And him trying to, you know, how people say, like, oh, I'm trying to say the right thing and stuff like that. Like, you look at football, say, you know, for the Green Bay Packers, say Aaron Rodgers goes down. The coach is going to come out and say, oh, yeah, we fully support our backup and stuff. We're totally going to win this next week. Where, you know, he can't come out and say, yo, we're screwed. You know, we're going to lose. He has to be that face. It's all about public opinion. And that's why I've gotten to the point where I almost think everything's a lie. You know, with even the fake prank videos, the real ones, and just different things that I see online and stuff, these different videos, I'm like, yeah, that was probably staged. I just have a negative opinion about it because I also don't like, you know, fake videos, but I mean, it's not going to stop. It's the way people make money. And like I said, I think he's smart, and I think he's causing his own drama, and I think he's probably loving it. You know, he's making probably 10 times as much money as he was making because of all this drama. I don't know him. I don't know how big of a YouTuber he was, but I mean, he's had to have gained, you know.
Well, he's actually a very big YouTuber. Actually, I'll look it up real quick and figure out exactly the amount of subscribers we're talking about. But it is quite big. Let's go over another topic, okay? This has to do with FouseyTube. After he got all this backlash from the community, the very next thing he did was he decided he was going to go visit a kid with cancer. Now, there is nothing wrong with this. I don't see anything wrong with, you know, visiting a kid with cancer. It was, I don't think he went through Make-A-Wish or anything like that. I think he just did it on his own accord. But the timing of it is very suspicious. I mean, did he do this just so, like, hey, you can't hate on me because I'm visiting a kid with cancer? Because he was getting so much negative attention on YouTube. And, you know, eventually negative attention does get to you. I don't care who you are. But, I mean, the timing of it was so bad. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys think
How
maybe
old
he
is
shouldn't
this
have liked
guy?
it? How old is FouseyTube?
Yeah.
I would say 30s.
He was born in 90, so he's 26.
26.
Younger than me.
26.
Jesus. Yeah, no, he knows what he's doing. He 100%, like, all that, especially at 9 mil subs, you know that big negative attention, as long as it's not by, like, a serious accord, is going to be good for you. Especially on Twitter, if you're in the gaming community, what have you, doing prank videos, like, that negative is, people are going to see that and be like, what's all that negative going on over there? That's how I came across his videos in the first place, was people on my timeline talking about how bad the situation was, or whatever. And so, like, especially, he knows what he's doing, so he's gonna do whatever it takes. And especially, you get all that bad, and then you go like, hey, I'm visiting a kid that asks me to come see him. It looks really, really good on his part. So you have, like, both negative and positive working for you at that point.
But here's my question. Where did we draw the line? Where's the line drawn between making money and what's morally right?
There isn't. There's not a line.
The internet's a troll. You have to understand that. The internet is a troll. And, because literally any person, anywhere in the world, can get on, make an account on anything, and say whatever they want. And that's what people do, is go on and just blow up the internet. And, like, troll everything. So, like, being a person that's ultimately trolling back is going to just grow for him. And it's a job for him. I'm sure it's a massive grind for him, doing all these videos, trying to think of what, is going to be good next, and he does it well. But you can't do anything to stop that, especially YouTube. YouTube lets pretty much anything on there.
Yeah,
So,
and there's always going to be fakes, too. I mean, going back to the last topic of female streamers and then this fake prank, I'm a very large guy, and I could easily do some really stupid videos of me doing just dumb things of, like, oh, look at this fat guy fall, or, just stupid stuff like that. I could do that, and there's a good chance that I could make some money off from it, but I hate fakes so much that I just can't do it. I could easily do it. I'm 100% comfortable with my body. I don't care if I show it off. I have no problem with it, but I can't do fake. I mean, I've talked to Zombie about it several times, like, this would be funny as heck, but I just don't want to do it. I don't want to be known as that guy.
Okay. Makes perfect sense there.
As far as drawing the line, Judd, the last time I heard anything about drawing the line was with Sam Pepper in the whole scenario where he kidnapped his friend as a prank, and it went viral, absolutely viral, and people hated it so much, even though it was that wow factor that people want, and it was very dramatic. People hated it so much, and they were like, look, this is where we need to draw the line. Now, the things we're talking about, and especially with FouseyTube, he just knows what he's doing. And I don't think anyone's going to stop him soon, because there's nothing severe enough that he's doing right now that people want him to, like, deactivate his YouTube or anything like that.
The only way to stop it is for people to stop having a desire for that wow factor, and that's just never going to happen. So there really is no stopping the fake and the wow and all that stuff, the drama.
Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for episode 4 of the Knights of the Round Table. I want to give a big shout out to Redneck and Zomba, I've been messing it up the whole podcast here, and Smitty. Redneck, if somebody would want to contact you, or, subscribe to your channel, exactly how would they go about checking you out?
Well, smoke signals are the best. No, I'm just kidding. You could just simply go to twitch.tv/redneckchick631. That's where I try to stream every night. And also on my YouTube at youtube.com/c/itsredneckchick. Twitter? Yes, I do have Twitter, and I'm very interactive on Twitter, so you guys can always chat with me over there at twitter.com/itsredneckchick.
Okay. And the homie Smitty, let's say I want to go check out your, your stream or something, your YouTube channel. I want to follow you on Twitter. How am I going to go about doing it, man?
Well, if you want to actually interact with me, you can check me out on YouTube or Twitter. Both of them are ILSmittyJ. Or if you just want to check out my photography, you can go to Instagram or Facebook, and both of those are SmittyJ Photography.
Okay. And Zomba, how do I check out your channel, bro?
You can get a hold of me on Twitter all the time because that's all I do. Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch are all going to be Ozombe, OHZOMBEH.
Okay. Well, like I said, I really appreciate your guys' coming out and doing this podcast. Sorry it was so last minute. We had so many people back out. This was, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, a lot of shenanigans in order to pull this podcast out. Big shout out for Redneck for helping me get the people here. And you guys were absolutely great. And I would also like to mention we are currently holding a giveaway for Technosport Gaming Chair. There will be a Gleam link in the description below. You follow, Reborn Knights on Twitter. You follow them on YouTube. You follow them on Twitch and Technosports. And there's multiple ways to enter. Each thing you do, you get another entry in this gaming chair. The gaming chair looks absolutely sick. You guys should definitely check it out and join that giveaway. Next week, I will be bringing Mad Bishop. He'll be our guest, and we'll have our regular crew back. No one, and you guys didn't even know this, but Ninja is actually going to be a regular on the show as well. So, all links to everybody's social media, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebooks, and I don't think anyone had MySpace, but if they do, I'll put them in my top 8. And that was weird. That was really weird.
You're my number one now.
It was, I really enjoyed doing these podcasts, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy it as well. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys make sure to smash that like button and go ahead and throw Reborn Knights. Go ahead and throw them a subscription and a follow on Twitter. You guys are absolutely awesome. Until next Tuesday, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
I love you. Bye.